to become a temple, to make the land to be a temple. So they want to preserve the land, for the rainforest, something like that, in Thailand. Okay, just schedule tonight. We practice meditation first, and then have a wisdom talk and question and answer, and we finish at about 8:30. So let's talk about meditation a little bit. Just mention you about the tip of meditation. First, when you start practice meditation, every time you start to practice meditation, you better have a relaxation. Relax your body, relax your physical body first, and relax your mind by let go all your worry, your concern, your responsibility, and then relax your physical body, relax your mind, and then be mindfulness or be awareness that you are sitting here. Sometimes you're sitting here, but your mind not here. You better be here and in this moment. And then number 1 and number 2, relax and mindfulness should go together, along together, until finish the meditation. Okay, and if you like to follow the instruction, like step 1, relax your physical body first. Step 2, relax your mental state or relax your mind. Or step 3, you visualize a bright object. And step 4, if you like to repeat the mantra, Sammalahang. But if you don't like this procedure, you can just sit down and be still. Be still, don't do anything. Just sit down. And that's it. Okay, you should start now. Practice meditation. So first of all, I would like you to relax your physical body by relax all the muscle in your body. Find yourself in your comfortable position. Sit on the floor or sit on the chair, whatever you like. And then close your eyes. Close your eyes the same way you go to sleep. Do not squeeze your eyes. And relax your whole body. When you close your eyes, this means that you don't need your physical eye anymore. And then relax your physical body. Relax the muscle on your forehead, the muscle around your eyes, your cheek. Relax your neck, both shoulders. Relax. Relax your arms, your hands, your chest, your abdomen. Relax. Your both legs. Scan your body, make sure that your whole body is no tension. Just feel relaxed. Then you can take a deep breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. When you inhale all your calm, peaceful mind. And exhale all your worry, all the negative energy. Exhale all your thoughts. Imagine that you are sitting in the open space and you feel relaxed. You feel light, like you are immersed into the air. And you feel relaxed and happy. Nothing to worry about is in this moment. Just let go. And you are sitting in this room and practice meditation. If you like to visualize the bright object in the middle of your stomach, like sunshine, a full moon, a bright star. And try to maintain your mind in your body, or maintain your mind at the bright object. Or if you like to, just sitting and be still. If your mind wandering or your thoughts arise in your mind, just let your thought pass through your mind. Pay no attention to your thought. And then your thought will disappear by itself because you are not pay attention to the thought. And bring your mind back into your body and visualize the body object again. If you like to use the mantra, repeat the mantra Samma Alahang, Samma Alahang, Samma Alahang, again and again, over and over. until your mind stands still. Or if you like to just meditate without any visualization and mantra, just be still and awareness that you are sitting meditating. The most important is relaxation and mindfulness. Again, if you have a thought arise in your mind, just pay no attention to the thought and bring your mind back into your body. Samma Araham, Samma Araham, Samma Araham. Remember, you cannot force your mind to be still. Just sit and relax and let your mind settle down by itself. Your mind is very gentle. Samma Araham, Samma Araham, Samma Araham. If you have a thought arise in your mind again, don't follow your thought. Just let your thought pass through your mind. Even the noise that you heard, just pay no attention to that. Just before we finish the meditation tonight, your mind at the center, I would like everyone to share loving kindness to your family, your friends, your neighbor, your co-worker, to the people in this country, to the people in this world, and all the living beings. share loving kindness from your mind. Explain to them. Explain all your loving kindness to all the living beings. May they be well. May they be happy. May they free from the suffering. May we have a world peace. May everyone have an inner peace. May we live in peace. No violation, no fight. Everybody love each other. Sappha Putthanubbhavena, Sappha Dhammanubbhavena, Sappha Sanghanubbhavena, Sattha Soti Bhavantu Te. So how you meditate tonight? They have, you heard the noise? Bang, bang, bang. It's from the heater. Yeah. I think when the heater have a heat coming out, and then you see that they hit the metal. I think they expand the molecule of the heat. Okay, tonight I like to talk about the Buddhist study that I have mentioned last month, I think, about the religion in India, and then Luang Pi Pisit came and then talk about the discipline and the law of karma. And tonight I will give you the idea of the Buddhism that the Buddha start to propagate the Buddhist. After he enlightened and he start to propagate the Buddhism in India, he start to go from town to town, city to city, and the kingdom to the kingdom. Once he propagate the Buddhism, he will tell the people the truth of life, that you are aging, you are sickness, one day you will die, all the suffering that you have faced, and one day you will die, and then how to get away from this? How do you get away from the defilements and to be liberty from all the defilements? And he told the people until he has disciples to follow him. After 9 months, he has about 1,000 in the book. Sometimes they said 1,900, sometimes they said 1,500. And one day, he went to the Makot kingdom, and then he taught the king of this kingdom named Pimpisan. And then the Pimpisan, he has faith in Buddhism, and then he built the first temple for the Buddhism, named Veruvan Temple. This temple, the Buddha started to propagate the Buddhism, and then he gathered all the disciples in this temple. The day that he started to give the ideas of Buddhism, we call Maka Bucha Day. The day that 1,250 Arahant monks, I said that he has disciples about 1,900. But the achieved the Arahant monk is 1,250 that gather and listen to the Buddha, give the first sermon, give the ideas of the Buddhism. So in this day, they call Maka Bucha. Maka means the day of the full moon day. Okay. They have 4 significance even. 1, it was a full moon day. And 2, all the Arahant monks, 1,250, gather without any appointment, arrangement, no phone call, no email, no message. Just everybody just come. In the scripture, they said, this is the way of Hindu, they do this before. You know what I mean? Like, on the full moon day, they will gather. This monk used to be a Brahmin or Hindu. That's why they have noticed that if the full moon day, they should gather together. In Buddhism as well, after that, every full moon day, people come to the temple, and sometimes they spend the night in the temple, practice 8 precepts and meditation and chanting in the temple. And this event, I think they gather without any notice, because the way of their living on the full moon day, they will come together by themselves, without any notice, because they want to see the Buddha, so they want to come to join. It's also the significance that they come without any notice on arrangements. And number 3, all these monks, the Buddha ordained by himself. After the Buddha enlightenment, 9 months, he started to propagate the Buddhism in India. And then someone have faith in Buddhism, want to become a monk as the Buddha. So the Buddha ordained them by himself. And number 4, after the monk all together gather, the Buddha have a chance to give the Ovatapatimokkha. Ovatapatimokkha means the Buddhist foundation, fundamental of the ideology, moral, standard, and conduct. The Ovatapatimokkha in fundamental principle of the Buddhism. Number 1, the Buddha said, number 1, you are abstaining from doing evil deeds. So try not to do any evil deeds, or try not to do any bad thing. Number one, do not do any bad thing. And number two, do only good deeds. Do only good deeds. If you want to get away from defilements, delusion, hatred, you better do good deeds only, without any good deeds, without any bad deeds to do. Do only good deeds without any bad deeds. And number three, purify your mind by practice meditation. So this is the three fundamental principles of Buddhism. Avoid any bad deeds, do only good deeds, and purify your mind by practice meditation. It's easy, huh? It's simple. And then he continued explain the ideology of the Buddhism ideology. He said that all these three fundamental should be, number one, patient. Without patience to do this, for example, avoid any bad deeds. People ask you to go have a drink. Maybe today is your friend's birthday, for example, your friend's birthday, and ask you to have a drink. But the Buddha said, do any bad deeds? Maybe a little bit. Maybe just a sip. Okay, this is very patient. And for example, another thing, so you want to meditation. So you have to be patient to sit for just a period of time to practice meditation. Or if you want to take a precept, like not to kill, not to steal, but sometimes you cannot avoid your friend to ask you for a drink or go for fishing, for example. You have to be patient that if I want to successful in this way of practicing, or practice better, be patient. Because patience is very important. No matter you be a monk or be a lay people, patience is number one, right? Be patient. Meditation also take time to be patient. And number two, the Buddha said, all the Buddha have taught that nirvana is a supreme bliss. Like if you attain the nirvana, you don't have to come back to be a human again. And number three, the monk who kill or harm other living being should not consider as a monk. If I be a monk and I still killing or harm any living being, I should not consider to be a monk. This sermon he gave to the monk as well, and he wants monk to continue to tell the other people to follow this principle. And number three, once you want to propagate the Buddhism, you better have a discipline. Number one, when you propagate the Buddhism, you should not insult other people, not insult other religions or other people who believe that, okay, this is bad for you, you don't believe that. You should believe in Buddha. You should not believe in something else. And this is another religion is not suitable for you, thing like this. You cannot do this if you want to propagate the Buddhism. The Buddhism is the religion that you have to learn by the truth of life, not to insult other people, like to force other people to believe. You have to believe it by yourself, that you see it and you practice it by yourself, and then you can understand it. And number two, also, number one is insult, and number two is like assault, force it. Like, all right, you don't believe in Buddha, I will kill you. Yeah, we should not do this. The Buddha said, no, not the ways. You have to explain. You have to make them understand that this is the way of Buddhism. Life is suffering. Living, birth, die in suffering. And we have the way to get away from the suffering, to get rid of this suffering. But you have to follow. You have to practice. By yourself, nobody can practice for you. Number three, monks should have a moral conduct. Every monk have a precept, have to conduct, have to have a moral conduct by myself, and every monk should have it. We have 227 precepts that we have to practice. Number four, one should content with consuming food. This is another one. You have to be patient, because every day people come to the temple, offer the delicious food. They want to make good food for the monk. So monks have to be content. Have to be careful what you eat. Not too much, not too less. If too less, maybe you don't have energy to practice Buddhism and meditation. If you eat too much, you could get big, and then when you practice meditation, you're falling asleep. Eat too much, it's not good for you as well. You better adjust amount of food every day. We have 2 meals a day, morning and afternoon. Morning and lunch. Breakfast and lunch only. We don't have a meal after afternoon. Yeah. After 1 o'clock, we don't have any food anymore. We can have a meal and chocolate, maybe a little bit, not too much. Because in the Buddha time, they don't have a chocolate. I will tell you, they have a honey, they have a sweet, they have a milk. They have a cheese. They call dry milk. Cheese. They have a cheese, and the monk can have this milk and sugar cane drinking. You don't have a chocolate on that day. Okay, and number 5, one should live in tranquil place, like suitable for meditation. Is like monks should stay in the temple that they have a quiet and peaceful place that should practice the monk can practice meditation easily. But now we go back in Thailand. Some temples stay in the middle of the city, the surrounding with the nightclub. Oh, terrible place. But the temple came before. The people came later, and then the people surrounding the temple. And then once the people came around the temple, they have entertain everything, make noise to the monks. Even our temple in Thailand, sometimes they have a party, and you can hear the noise. They have a music party. That's why the temple should far away from the city. Here, this temple is okay. This temple is far away from that environment. Should live in London. Okay, number 6, should always practice mindfulness. Every day standing, walking, sitting, or sleeping. This is the idea that the Buddha gave to disciple monks. And then the monk will go to spread the Buddhism with this idea. The monk will teach other people to follow the Buddhism, follow the Buddha teaching. And the Buddha said, if you want to go to propagate the Buddhism, you should not go together, because we have like you see there, they have 1,250 monks. You better go one way, one person in many directions. Okay, I have a video. Let me connect to. Okay.
The importance of Maka Busha Day. On the full moon day of the third lunar month known as Maka, a great assembly of Buddhist monks took place at Werutwana Temple. This day was also marked by 4 great events. 1. It was a Buddhist holy day known as Uposota Day, on the auspicious month of Maka when the moon was at its fullest. 2. 1,250 Buddhist monks assembled spontaneously with no prior verbal arrangement. This meant that the Buddha never had anyone request their presence, but they arrived at the great assembly from different locations on their own accord as a result of their all-encompassing knowledge. 3. All the Buddhist monks had attained arahatship that liberated them from all defilements. They possessed higher knowledge that gave them supernormal power, celestial eye and ears, ability to recall their past lifetimes, and the ability to see into other people's thoughts. 4. All the Buddhist monks were known as Ehi Bhikkhu, meaning that their ordination was conferred and performed by the Buddha himself. During the Great Assembly, the Buddha delivered the principal teaching called Ovada Patimokkha, the ideal, principle, and method in propagating his teachings. Achieving the ideal was the highest goal of Buddhists and people of the world, and it is composed of 3 things. First, success comes to those who exercise patience and perseverance, for humans have to confront and endure suffering and misery starting from birth. Overcoming life suffering requires patience, a great tool to eliminate defilements. Second, every Buddha prior taught the same thing. Nirvana is the greatest happiness. Practice patience and perseverance so that one can attain nirvana. Third, an ascetic who kills or harms others cannot be considered a true ascetic. While we have not attained nirvana, one must be completely virtuous and vigilant by not performing additional unwholesome deeds, because we are all still under the law of karma. If we accrued more misdeeds, regardless of what they may be, it would mean that we have not exercised patience, and without patience, we surely will not reach nirvana. The principle that the Buddha gave is an important guideline in the decision-making process for Buddhists and people of the world. If an action went against the principle, then we would avoid that action. Only when the action conforms to the principle would we carry it out. The principle comprises 3 components. 1. Do not perform any misdeeds regardless of its degree, because we are all still under the law of karma. Therefore, before carrying out any actions, we must ask ourselves whether the action is unwholesome. If it is, we will not do it. 2. Continue to perform wholesome deeds. Any good deeds that exist in the world, we have to perform those deeds to the fullest when we have the opportunity, because there will be certain wholesome deeds that we won't have the chance to do.
What happened?
We have not exercised patience, and if an action went against the principle, then we would avoid that action. Only when the action conforms to the principle would we carry it out. The principle comprises 3 components. 1. Do not perform any misdeeds regardless of its degree, because we are all still under the law of karma. Therefore, before carrying out any actions, we must ask ourselves whether the action is unwholesome. If it is, we will not do it. 2. Continue to perform wholesome deeds. Any good deeds that exist in the world, we have to perform those deeds to the fullest when we have the opportunity, because there will be certain wholesome deeds that we won't have the chance to do. 3. Purify our mind at all times. Persevere in meditation practice without missing a single day. Once our minds become increasingly purified, we will be able to attain nirvana. The method is the way to conduct oneself in a manner consistent with the good qualities of Buddhists and people of the world. It is composed of the following 6 factors. 1. All arahats and teaching monks who intend to propagate the teachings of the Buddha will perform his duties without resorting to slandering, attacking, or gossiping, and will avoid all false and harmful speech. 2. They will not harm, injure, or cause anyone distress. They will avoid all misdeeds committed physically. 3. They will firmly adhere to the 227 precepts of their monastic code of discipline and maintain proper decorum. 4. They must practice moderation by knowing the appropriate amount of alms to accept or consume to sustain their livelihood. 5. They must reside in peaceful and suitable places that are appropriate for endeavoring in their meditation practice. 6. All arahats and teaching monks must maintain purity of mind at all times by keeping their mind centered in every activity they carry out, whether it be standing, walking, sitting, or resting. Now that everyone has learned about the meaning and the important principles behind Makat Busha Day, we encourage you to invite all your loved ones to come participate in the lighting of Makat lanterns at the Grand Meditation Square of the Dhammakaya Sitiya as homage to the Buddha.
This is in Thailand. This is in the Maha. So you know what the word defilements? The defilements consists of greed. Greed, like you know what greedy? Yeah, and you know English speaking. Greedy, want this, want that, okay. And then hatred, you know that, hatred, angry, and delusion. Delusion means like the thing that is not, like, for example, somebody think that they take a beer, one bottle of beer, so will give you healthy, thing like this. This is some kind of delusion. Make you mix up that. And somebody said drink a cup of wine every day will help you to bust circulation. It's some kind of delusion as well. You have to exercise, maybe good for you. You drink beer every day, drink something like this. Maybe you have problem with your health instead of good health. Do you have any question? Anyone want to share? You don't understand anything? The defilements, you understand? Yes. Oh, okay. So yeah, you search at Google 227. Yeah, Patimok, yes. Patimok, yeah. Patimok mean the normally every full moon, 15 days, not full moon, I'm sorry. Every 15 days, the monk will gather and listen to the review the precept every 15 days. But here, we don't have a monk who can chanting, memorize of these 27. In Thailand, we have some monk who can perform this, like he's chanting all the 327 precepts, and then we listen to them. But anyway, we have a book, we have a precept that we can review that every time, every 15 days we review that by ourselves. Like number one, we cannot sleep with the woman. The monk cannot sleep with the woman. Even not only the woman, is also the man. And the number two, we cannot kill other human being. And number three, we cannot tell the lie or steal. I'm sorry, steal somebody property or somebody belonging. And number four, we cannot perform or lie that we are attain the high level of meditation, like on the purpose of the we want to get money or something from other people. Like, for example, if I say that I'm achieved the arahantship, which I don't have it, and I can tell you the future, thing like this. We are supreme, like Superman or supreme best that I can tell you the future, and then if you want that, you give me the money, and then I will tell you the future. But yeah, this is a four precept that if the monk commit this, you are no longer a monk. We are like, if I commit this, I no longer to be a monk. I commit one of them, and the rest will have can confess. Like confess the precept that today maybe I eat and then I spill rice or spill the water, like drink the water and then I can spill it, spit it or something like it. It is a precept as well. You cannot do that. Or you can, if I make mistake on something, step on the ant without any notice, or sometimes in Thailand they have a lot of mosquito. Sometimes the mosquito try to bite you, and then you try to, hey, go away, and then suddenly the mosquito die. This is a break of precept as well. So the next day I have to confess to the other monks. Okay. Here I don't have any insect. You don't have a mosquito here. Do you? No? Bee, we have bee. Yeah. I got bee bit me 1, 2, 3, 4 the other days. I have bee next to the monk resident here. That's it for tonight. Do you have any question? Any? So on the full moon day, on Tuesday, I would like to invite you to come and meditation on the full moon day with Long Pi Venerable Nicholas, October, next Tuesday, end of the Buddhist Lent. At this time, this is a Buddhist Lent for the month, 3-month period. Start from July, August, September, and then they'll finish on the 10th of August. This means during the 3 months, I can not leave the temple in not more than 7 days. If I leave the temple more than 7 days, mean I break the rule, I break the precept. So I have to stay in the temple for 3 months. The purpose of this, because of the Buddha want the monk to stay in the temple and study about Buddhist scripture and practice more meditation with the senior monks in the temple. And also, in the Buddha time, the monk travel on the people battlefield. Sometimes they don't have a road like today. In the Buddha time, you have to walk. Sometimes the monk didn't know that this is a field that people grow the vegetable or grow the plant. The monk step on the rice field or something like this. The people complain to the monk, to the Buddha, and the Buddha said, okay, during the raining season, the monk should stay in the temple without any go out. When he leave the temple more than 7 days. And after this, the monk can leave the temple after the raining season or the Buddhist Lent finished more than 7 days. You understand what I mean? And okay, the meditation on Tuesday and Thursday evening, 7 to 8:30 p.m. here in the temple. And also, if you cannot come to the temple, you can join by Zoom and YouTube of Dhammakaya, Wat Dhammakaya, London. And also on Saturday, we have a meditation online, 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock every Saturday via Zoom, if you like to join. That's it for today. Pale. Okay, so on the 10th of October, we have a ceremony here because it's the birthday of our Grace Master, Long Pu Wat Pak Nam Phasi Jalern, the one who founded the Dhammakaya meditation technique. He passed away now, and then if he's still alive, he's going to be 138 years old. So we will have a ceremony here if you like to come on Monday. And on Saturday, I believe that if you want to be the volunteer, you can come. Sunday, 9 of October, right? He's the manager of the volunteer. So we need volunteer to help the temple on the 23rd of October, Kathina ceremony. So after the monk stay in the temple for 3 months, and then during the 1 month after the Buddhist Lent, stay 3 months, then finish the 3 months, the time that the people in Buddhism will offer the new robe to the monk. So we call Kathina. Kathina is name of the a wood, name of the trees, let's say, name of the tree that they used to cut into the flame, and then they sew the clothes together with the flame. You know what I mean? Like the flame of wood, and then they put the clothes together, and then they sew it. This is this robe is not the one piece. They have many pieces of clothes, and then they sew it together. That's why they call Kathina ceremony, like to make a robe. Some temple they just make that in that day. They gather all the clothes and then they sew it, and then they color it in one day. And also on 23rd we have that ceremony. People will come and offer robe to the monk. It's a big day for the Buddhism day. If you like to come, please welcome. If you like to be volunteer, you can contact him. If you like just come for the ceremony, start at 9 o'clock in the morning. We have lunchtime. If you want to have lunch, you contact Mesa. She will head off the food festival, Thai food festival. We have a small shop of Thai food. They have so many food there on that day. If you like to come, about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and in afternoon we will have a ceremony of. In the morning we have a meditation first, and in the afternoon we have a offering robe ceremony. Okay, that's it. Have a good night. See you later.
I just want to pay respect to the teaching monk by bowing 3 times.
So may everyone happy, long life, good complexion, well-being, and attain the inner peace, wisdom.